Hi, this is Againen, and today we are playing D5, Descension level 5, that's the difficulty. And I just wanted to showcase that. There are a couple of things. I don't think all of the units are worthy of D5, not without an enormous amount of boring struggle, to be honest. I wouldn't, for example, do the Purifier for that reason. It's not that it's a bad unit itself, but now you're one unit short and you have to rely on the OG unit, the Vanguard, or in the case of the Guild, the Ranger. It's just not a good choice. It takes away DPS, it has some, and just for the chance of maybe being able to get rid of some debuffs or something like that. If they would have a 5th unit in rotation, I would probably do it, because the Purifier then adds a little bit edge to the other ones that are pretty decent. But in this case, I just don't want to. That's one unit. And of course, probably not going to do Dauntless or the Arbalest, even though I have played a lot of Arbalest, and it's actually pretty decent, now when I'm thinking about it. Not necessarily the perk that they changed to, but Arbalesting as such, if you manage to get the cards that allows you to have multiple attacks on auto attack, because if you only have the front unit you doing all the DPS, and you're relying on, say, the nuker, like the Wayfinder, in order to do the support area nuking, then you're depending a lot on cards, because you don't have the auto attack. But if you have the Bombard guy or you have the Arbalest guy, then you have a reliable, at least one hit, at minimum, each auto attack phase. So it really helps. That additional and tiny little DPS do make sense. So I am not entirely against Arbalest. Maybe it won't live up to maybe D5 level type gaming, but I have played it in a lot of different attempts, and it turns out to be pretty decent. You can boost it up pretty good with the Commander, for example, so well worth it. Now, as far as D5, that's got to be these Descension levels. I don't do the inner ring because I don't want to drag myself across broken glass. Now, if you happen to be one that prefer to do challenges with no kind of reward for it, go ahead. I mean, I am not knocking anyone for making it as difficult for them as possible. In fact, you're probably a better gamer than I am if you manage to do something like that. I just don't feel like playing just higher difficulty for no reward for myself, because to me it's just like a meaningless challenge in my case. Sure, you want to be the one on the top rank level, you want to be the one that gets hailed for getting the highest point and highest difficulty, and that's fine. I play mostly to have fun, so it's not really the type of challenge that I'm looking for, but hey, you do you. And if you manage to do higher end kind of difficulty without any reward back, good for you. It shows that you really know how to play the game, and that's awesome. Now, D1 is simple, as enemy waves are more challenging, so you will notice that they might be attacking earlier and a little bit higher attack. Your starter unit receive an extra perk for this first wave. That would be the OG unit, so that's either the Vanguard or the Ranger. It's not gonna be any of the units. It's a pity that it's done that way, but at least then your OG unit gets to be a little bit better, and it helps. I wish there was something that can be done to the Ranger to make it worthwhile. Again, now when you have less units, right? But it is what it is. Then for the second one, Baton causes units to become fatigued, impairing the recovery. So how that works is that you have something called the Innkeeper. In Devoted 1, as you go down one level, so you go from, say, 1 to 2, in that cycle, you heal in between. Okay, you get some extra heals for it. And you can also go into the Innkeeper and pay for a heal. So you pay, I think it is 15 copper, and then you get some healing for it. With fatigued, you can get rid of fatigue if you have the money by going to the innkeeper, but you don't heal from it. So if you don't get rid of the fatigue, then you don't heal between going from one level to the other. So that dampens a little bit of the healability, and you will notice that too as it starts stacking up. If you have the misfortune of playing with guys that don't have the good mix of cards, where you end up taking a lot of beating in between, then yes, then you're going to rely more of, as I was pointing out in my last video when I talked about less discuss, you rely more on using, say, the Dream Fruit in order to do the healing, which means you're not going to use it to get rid of cards that are not good for your rotation. So that's the downside. It's a resource scarcity thing, but you can live through it. I play regularly the D2 because some city locations have additional options. That's not the biggest reason why you do it. It's for when drafting, basic units are intermixed with rare units. So previously, or if you only play like the basics, so D1, Descension 1, then you have one phase where you get standard units. So the standards units is, for example, the Dauntless, it is the Wayfinder, it is the Arbalest, and it is the Vanguard. Oh, well, you're going to have the Vanguard regardless, but those are considered standard units. And then you have the rare units, so that would be the other 3 pick or the other 4 pick in the case that you played before this new update. And that's going to be all the other better ones, right? But by doing this one, D2, they are going to be intermixed. So every pull of the 3 other pulls that you do, you start out doing a pull, and then there's 2 others. They can be anything from a standard to a rare unit. So that's really the best way to get the kind of units you want out of those 4. Because some units are just not good, and you want to have a chance to be able to put together a much better unit, especially if you're going to challenge yourself. So that's why I do it now regularly. Fatigued, it can really ruin a run, especially when you realize that you don't have the unit mix and you don't have the right mix of cards, that maybe you get too top heavy with just DPS cards but no protection, so you're constantly taking a beating, okay? But, you know, you deal with it. It's a matter of just strategy. For Descension modifier, this one means that the city options are costlier, meaning that you pay more, for example, for the set of bandages by a number of coppers. So you will notice that right away. So this is a kind of resource scarcity. I wish they would have done it this way instead, with the Descension levels, instead of taking cycles out of each, or steps out of each cycle, because it just feels like that's an artificial additional resource scarcity. But again, it is what it is, and you start with reduced favor. So normally up to Descension 2, I think you have 8 in favor. This I do believe you start out at 4, but I think the max is increased to 12. So normally it's 10, and then there are some kind of things that can give you a higher amount of favor. This one starts you out to 12, so you have more of an upper limit, so that's the benefit. And then you have Descension 4, sending a lone unit into battle afflicts dread. Now dread is an affliction that don't hurt, right? But it takes up your hand. So if you have a bunch of unplayable dread cards in your hand, that means you have less that can help you out. City stat checks are more challenging. This one is silly because I think this really, I mean, you add more challenge to some of the stat checks. That's fine, but then your initial envoy card to slightly increase stats. That's dumb. I really wish they would have done something different for this, because this whole this ability of like having some that are better and then still having stat challenge, what's the point, right? So this one, I don't really care for, to be honest. They could have done something with this. The city stats checks are more challenging, but then they could have done, for example, that there are a number of envoys that you get later on. They are specific to a certain stat, like the ones that have strength, the one that have charm, and then the other ones that have intelligence. That they should have increased that instead. Then they would have made that envoy more special. Okay, that would have been a better way of handling this particular thing instead of doing all the initial envoys, which you get 2 of, to be slightly higher stats, but then you have more challenging stats. I don't really understand it. And this one, enemies are even more challenging, and you get more scavengers for elite battles. Yes, you do. That helps for resources in order to really get the most out of doing those elite battles. Is it worth it? Well, it's challenge high. So it is what it is. This one I don't do and probably will never do because that just sounds boring. Healing is more scarce. Revived units suffer a wound. Not interested. There's very few things that remove wounds in this game. Fountain is one of them, and then there's some that you can pop up nowadays when he asks you to remove a wound. You don't have any permanent areas where you can go remove a wound. Not as far as I know. And I don't want to find out because there's nothing positive with any of this, which is why I'm not interested. But again, if you want to challenge yourself, this certainly is one way to do it. Rare ruin rewards require more scavengers to scavenge. And there's no, again, reward for it. If they would have increased the chance for you to pull something rare, and at the same time make it more challenging, then that's the pull, right? That's a hook for you to wanting to do this because now you have a chance to get more, for example, of the perk upgrades. But if it's just going to cost more, it feels pointless. You know, it's not a challenge that necessarily feel like it's interesting. And again, I don't do these because these are only things to make it more difficult for you. There's no real benefit and reward for it. They could have done something very simple for these, like, for example, increase the copper yield or whatever. So I just don't do it. To me, it's not my thing. And that's just it. So we are going to run this. So let's do 5. And there are a few ones that I'm going to remove out of rotation, but I am going to have to do the pick of the litter. I decided to do that after all. I was thinking, I'd recorded something that was already, but then I thought, I did the challenge. Let's see if I can actually do this. So I'm going to remove the purifier out of it. It just, with only 4 guys, it's really not the best choice. I'm going to remove the Dauntless. You have the Vanguard already. The Dauntless kind of sort of makes it weak. I am strongly debating about the Overseer, but I think I'm going to pick it, part of the rotation. So that's it. So that's Descension level 5, and just so you see that I'm not cheating, I am going to just show you right here. Let's start. It's going to be interesting. Also, what shop do I get? That kind of decides a lot too. Okay, what are we going to be having? Okay, Arbalist, Pincushion, Open Salvo. That one is good. That's good to have. Wayfinder is nice too, but I don't like necessarily Copper Infusion. It's not the best one to start out. If I wanted to do Wayfinder, I want to start with the ones that gives you 3 level of empowerments to start out. There's actually a card that can do that. Phenomenal card. So I think I'm gonna go with 4 points here. I'm gonna go with a Bombardier. Not necessarily the best start in the universe, but we're seeing how far we can get. And then we see we have that, and we have one with might. Nice to have might 3, to be honest. So the question is, what kind of shop is it? Well, let's find out. Ah, this is the shop that I like the least. Why? It just doesn't have that many options. It has this perk. Nice. It's nice to have a perk, right? It's very hard to get, though. This guy has +3, so I might make it. Very expensive, 99. That's all the copper I have. And the only thing I have other is this stuff, and I'm not really interested in that stuff. There are shops out there that are much better. And I failed anyway, so. Oh, I should have bought more. I should have bought more favor. So we are going to start right away to see if we can get that favor. That we did at least. So now we're just going to have to live with it. Let's start with that one. Just keep in mind, if you do the single one, you are going to get the affliction cards. Now, I don't have to empower this bombard guy. And that is because there's no point doing splash damage. It's just one guy. But I need to get up there. Because he's going to certainly move closer. So we want to empower at least this guy. Oh, and I got lunge. So that's good. Boom. Let's get up there. Don't want to use too many other favors. It's just one of those things. We are going to do some opening salvo. And want to start loading up a little bit of barrier. How much more damage are you going to make? Boom. 10. Well, that's easily done. Do we have anything to empower that guy with? So, 10. That takes care of that. Now we can just focus on, first we can do one of those. And then we'll do one of those. I was going to give him 4 in strength next time because he has that feat and it's empowered. Not that it really does that much. Oh, we're just gnawing at him. Okay, so he's going to give himself a barrier. I'm going to build up a little bit of that then. Two lunges. Yeah, let's do 2 lunges. There we go. He's done. And we only spent. So that one gives you empowerment of 4, and that's a hyper beam. I like hyper beam. You want to have a couple of those juicy big hits. Let's do another berry. Start with that one. Go ahead and lunge with that one. Definitely more. Let's do an opening salvo. This one is worth adding some power to this guy because now he can splash damage the other one. Makes sense. They're both gonna hit him. 9 + 7, 16. Okay. Not gonna hyper beam. That's not worth the cost right now. But this one's probably worth it. Defend. I'm gonna take damage. No matter what I do, I'm gonna take damage. Unless I see if I can pull. Oh, of course. Thermal. getting lucky here. Nope. Okay. Should I hyper beam him? That was probably stupid. Well, whatever. Watchtower. That takes care of those 2 hits. Let's load the cannon. Make it a little bit easier. Boom. Is he on fire? Well, doesn't matter. He's done. That's it. After next, I'm gonna get the new unit. I hope that's gonna be the Bell Maiden. Let's get the good perk here. Oh yeah. I'll take that one. Entity. I guess... Oh yeah, short fuse. Entity. Bombardier... Yeah, oh yeah. So which one is good? He gets a fatal attack on that one. He's gonna be in back line. He can't really aim for weak points. This one is pretty good. Any card on it adds 1 more attack value. That's very good. Please let me get the Fire Maiden. That makes my life so much easier. So he's gonna now start up here because of that perk. So right off bat, oh yeah, I'm doing it. That's no question about it. No question. Went after him. Oh, how ignorant. So you're gonna go there. I'm gonna... No, actually I want to attack. But I got rid of 1 at least. Oh. Boost that one down. For sure. Oh! Good one. Bam! Almost dead. Oh. Wish they could have just gone after that guy. Fair enough. Let's get rid of him. Or it. And then go after it. Nice. Oh, tough cooking. Guy's going after mine again. Yes. And there we go. And I didn't take any damage. So now, Corrupt Core. Let's see. Come on. Come on, Fire Maiden. No. No Fire Maiden. So, Vanguard is now going to have to be the frontline person so I can have another chance for Fire Maiden. Question then, do I want to have 2 back end? Do I want to do this one? Problem is, he didn't pull that one that's good. I am gonna try to play it like this. Just add DPS, period. And then hope for Fire Maiden next time. Let's do this. I'm doing it. I'm going hard. That gives me more scavengers, but also the risk of losing all my units. We'll see. You know, whatever happens, happens. I'm gonna start with that. It gives everybody a 4 barrier. I'm gonna add a little bit more barrier on that guy. And then just let's do it. Open this down low. Armor break on all of them. And then a little bit damage. Here we go. I'm gonna take damage. Hyper beam. Do we want to? Yes, let's hyper beam him. Oh, almost gone. Let's add a barrier there. And then crushing blow on that guy. One gone. I really wish I could have got. Yep, now. Okay. Him and him alone. I'm gonna see if we can knock this one down. Oh yeah, we did. Good. Both get hit. Perfect. Let's see if we can just get rid of them right away. Yes, we did. Love that short fuse one. And now we got some healing, so that's good. I'm gonna go with a trick shot. That one, I'm gonna save. Just in case. Let's see if we can pull this one out. Oh, battle experience. Yeah, I mean, sure. Wish I could have pulled some more here. It's okay. Gives more units. But is this something I want to spend my few coppers on? No, not really. Let's see what we're getting here. Okay, those are going to try to blow up my... This is going to be interesting. If I don't get good cards, there's a chance they can destroy this guy. It's just 10 points. They love to attack him. See, they get a lot of attacks. This is why you really need a Fire Maiden, because it's a card that can feeble all of them. And there's also a card for the Bombard that can feeble all except for the one that you fire at. So, he's going to take a lot of damage, and I'm probably going to have to use the Dream Fruit on him. There's nothing I can do about it. Let's see if we can at least get rid of... Okay. At least he's out of the picture. We're going to have to take those hits. Ouch. Let's get rid of that one. No, I'm not gonna waste a hyper beam on that. That's a good start. Let's see if we can get rid of that one. Let's just add that. Got rid of him. Got rid of his barrier. Good. Good. And he's gone. So that's done. Now what I was looking for. So I don't want to do the veteran unit 60. See, it's cost more. Usually it's 40-60. Now it's 60-90. Yeah, well, let's give him some. Tinkerer. You need in for this. And it's probably going to be a much higher. Why do you want that one? Because if you assemble it, then your lantern always starts empowered. And that's just freaking awesome. That adds a lot of fire damage that way. Like, for example, this one. But we definitely want to do the easy trigger, which adds flurry for the rest of the battle. Multi-attacks is God. The more you have it, the better. Especially when you expose weak points. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. At least I can my dude. But I don't have good barriers. So he's going to take clobbering. For sure. So I start with that. I am going to start with that. And then, yeah, let's just start hammering. Next time he's going to attack, he's probably going to need more damage. At least everything is DPS, no question about it. 16, okay. We're going to fire off that again. We're going to do that. And we're going to hyper beam. Yeah, he's going to knock him down. Oh. good. That's a good start. Who do we want to increase? That one. Oh, I should have done that guy. Missed opportunity, man. I did nothing. Of course you want to do this guy, because if he ever attacks, then he has fire damage to everybody. So let's add as much damage as we can. And wild wallet for sure. Nice. Nice. The next time it's gonna attack, I think. 14. Oof. So what can we do here? So I want to use this one and use that one. That enfeebles him too. 14. Okay. And then we want to do that. That's going to give him flurry. Smack in the face. As long as he survives, he's going to heal up. That's really the thing. Get rid of those. And those. That's going to hit the back line. I'm not too worried about that. Breathe. That's fixation. Yeah, if that was all fire damage now, oh gosh, that would have hurt so bad. Let's see if I can grid him up a little bit. That's fading armor for all of us. Which one is better? 7 or... Oh, let's do 7. I got this. I got this in the bag. Guaranteed. Okay, he's thinking. So that's perfect. Oh, he's down for a count. Let's aim. I don't want to use any of that stuff. And he's done. That's the first boss. That's the first major boss. And now I'm gonna have to do a mini boss fight directly after this. And then I get another character. And I just hope it's gonna be Fire Maiden. Because it gets very expensive otherwise. Expand your squad. I'm going to expand that guy. That's 6 in damage with every shot. 3 in splash, unless I can put a lot of empowerment points in it. Ah, command banner, for sure. That starts with a retain, so that's going to always be there until you use the point. Boss fight, or mini-boss fight. All these two. Whoosh. That can hurt. We'll see if we can manage here. Or if this is going to be end of the career. First we start with that. That will remove some of that damage. Not the best choice, but it's only 6 and 6. I can deal with that. And when I hit him, I break his armor. There we go, both are gone. The question is, can I pull short fuse? That's interesting. Well, that's sad. Yeah, I'm just gonna start hitting on that guy. And you're gonna use that point, and we're gonna short fuse it. That's it. There we go. Now he's gonna be Suppress. So we're suppressing him. Good. Good, good. Oh, he's mad now. He is mad. We're gonna hyper beam him. I am hyper beaming him. Oh, man. Oh, he's almost done. Hopefully we can splash him down here. And then he's gonna get double the kind of attack damage because you took down one of his buddies or brother or whatever. So his next attack can be very saucy. But it's just 11 points, so 12 on this guy. I will still survive it, but I don't want to waste barrier on this dude. So we are gonna pummel him with that. Done. Now we can go into the fun of doing expeditions again and get resources. Now here's the one. This is gonna matter. Yeah, we want to do that. That removes the exertion, which is important to do. We're gonna get +1 in intelligence. Did not manage to do the undermarket. The only good thing is that this shop just happened to have a key for the undermarket. So when you get that, you can buy yourself the undermarket. Here we go. Come on, Fire Maiden. Yes. So this is the other commander. When you empower it, it gives you 1 more command point. It's not bad. Definitely not bad. But I already have the DPS that I want. And Fire Maiden just makes sense. That will lower the cost of many cards. Especially the favorite cards. Let's start with barriers. And if I ever get to unlock the underworld, or what, underground? What are they calling? So we are gonna do these. Makes perfect sense. It's up there. Oh, see? Hyper Beam is cheaper now, which is what you want. We want to do that, and I am gonna do that. That's a good start. Oh, 8 in damage, so we probably want to get rid of that. It's kind of unnecessary to start taking damage this early. Ah, that was unnecessary. I couldn't unlock any of those. Well, let's see if I can pull something for 1 point. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. That'll also lower, it enfeebles him a little bit. Lowers the damage. That's good. Bam. Smack both. Short fuse. Smack both. Perfect. Both are staggered. So the first light that guy. And I'm gonna do that. See, they take a little bit fire damage. And that's from that lantern part. I have it unpowered. Yeah. Empowered out one. He's gonna go. But his buddy's gone. So I'm gonna grit this guy. Crushing blow that guy. And you're gonna signal shoot. And let's just do that one. That way he can do a follow-up attack. He's up. There we go. And let's see if we cannot get him again. Are you serious? That is bizarre. Okay. At least I'm not taking any damage. Is that 3 in armor that it has? Let's do that one. As soon as I hit 99, I'm gonna go buy that perk. Oh, this is gonna be bad. This is bad. I want to do bombard. Yeah, I want to do bombard. Okay, that one needs to get down as quickly as possible. This can actually be the end of us. And it has 5 in armor. So, we're gonna start with Disruption. We are gonna add that. Fully loaded. That's interesting. Let's do that. We really want that down. 2 points. I'm going all out on that guy. I didn't exert him. I'm gonna take damage now. So this plague is just gonna pour out plague. Oh, he went down now. Let's see. How can I avoid taking damage here? At least massive amount of damage. I can do that guy here. He can take some damage. He can take some damage. Let's just avoid taking damage from him. Yeah. Oh, he's up already. Oh, this is so annoying. That is just so annoying. And you can't lower the damage. It just keeps increasing. And since it has 5, oh, this is gonna be hard. I'm gonna start taking damage. And of course go out. Oh, Hyper Beam it, for sure. Gone. Okay, let's not take damage on that guy. And let's not take damage on that guy. Yeah. That one heals up. I'm taking a chance here. It's gonna probably be a snail dude again. Oh no, these guys. Oh. No. Yes. Oh, the Vanguard needs to heal up. Hopefully I pull some green fruit here. Let's start with that. And then... take so much damage here. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do. Let's see if we can pull at least another barrier. Oh yeah, okay. Better than nothing. I'm gonna take a lot of damage here. So close to gone. At least they're all out. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna have to spend some points here. Nope. Okay. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This is ridiculous. This is not a good start. Yep. This is ridiculous. And of course now I get the hyper beam. Okay, now I'm gonna have to try to get that dude back. And he's probably not gonna be functional for a while. That was expensive. Meet a boss battle. And then we do a major boss battle after that. Oh, this one will shred your armor. The real question here is, so we have the command base. Okay, so they are going to attack him. That will take care of that. Is it better to do 2 attacks? Yeah, let's do 2 attacks. That's a good start. Okay. Still not pulling in those bosses. Okay. Oh yeah. For hype being you. And yeah. Yeah, armor shredded. And he's gone, so that's good. Wow. I'm still not pulling anything. Have you noticed that? I'm still not pulling any empowerments. It's really poorly done here. And he's armor shredded too. Let's go ahead and lower his. So he's feeble. He's gonna take damage. This is staggered. And still no? Wow. This is gonna hurt. And his back. Come on, hit him. Now. But it's almost over. Okay, I'm doing it. Do it. Go on. Knock down. Perfect. Let's use that. That was painful. That means I'm gonna go into a boss fight here. Wait, more of those. So that one for sure. Major boss battle. And I have a guy that's pretty hurt. And I don't have him. So if he doesn't survive here, he's going to start 20% next time. Not good. At least we start with that right off the bat, and we start with a hyper. Absolutely. 2 points. So we want to do single shot. And he's down. That's an awesome start. And I am going to like to do this instead. Why? Because armor shreds. And now, all of them can start firing. He can hit. Good. And now I can do this one and he will take rupture damage. See? And we can do this guy. And he's gonna do that. He's gonna do the grit. And he's gonna die. So, oh, he really slammed. This is awesome. Feeble. Pain cushioned. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's add it in a little bit of armor. Oh yeah, fully loaded. Here we go. Smack it out. Boom. And boom. Look at all that damage he took that whole time. And he's up. But for how long? Oh, he's gonna try to. Nope, you're not gonna. Get him down. You can do it. Only 9 left. Ah. And I'm withered. But it's only 3 points. There we go. That was the best thing that could have happened. That hyper beam at that time, that really did it. I got lucky. And I'm all healed up. So I think that's the max I can do with that guy. Anyway, so there's a perk out there that it's called Sword and Board, I think, which for every card that you throw on one unit, he then gets 1 fleeting armor. So that's actually one way of constantly just getting more armor on a guy, and armor really, really matters. We are gonna do these guys. These are gonna start attacking the weakest guy that I have quickly. That's pretty much what had him go down before. But I, smartly enough, gonna power that guy up. I'm gonna give him that. That's armor. And a light barrier. So for every attack now, it's gonna... Every time the armor is going to be taken out first. So 2, 3 attacks, that means that it's just 1 going to go through. So that's 2 on the actual barrier. And on this one, 1 is going to go through 2. So I will take some damage. But it's not going to be that grievous. Armor break. Okay, so we're going to start spamming that dude. And it's going to armor break those a little bit. And just start slapping that guy. And that's it. And let's do that one too. Okay, now we definitely want to get that one guy down. The reason is because he's going to attack 4 times 3. That's more than I have here. What I can do is put that there, followed by that. It sucks that I have to waste my command points on that. And then let's get him going. Take the damage. That's perfect. So let's get some point here. Let's use that one again. Those 2 are going down, so obviously we're going to focus on those. Let's do that one. And then smack that guy. 8 more points, and that's it. Oh, he healed up completely. I'm 6 in armor now. You're such an a-hole. I don't know who he's going to attack now. So let's feeble him. Okay, let's see what happens. Hyper beam for sure. Why not? Only cost me command points. Bam. And I have 9 left. Oh, yeah, I'm doing it. Can be a bad idea. What do I have that can really... 2 crabs. They're gonna go after my turret. I could do this guy, but then I'm gonna blow a lot of favor. That one doesn't have any good attacks. I could do that one, doesn't... I'm gonna do this guy. He can at least attack both at the same time. And hopefully... Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna put on Brave here. I can take a 4 hit on that guy. So we are going to start with that. And then we're going to do that. And we're going to do this. And that. But I'm exerted, so that sucks. Oh, I'm hyper beating you. Oh, you are done. Oh, I'm gonna take so much damage. Unless... Can I move this guy up? Oh, I saw it. I wish I had a point. Oh, I do have a point. Yes. I did have a point. Look at that, 2 attacks for 11? Oh, can I move him? Come on. Let me get 1 movement point. No. Okay. I had to take damage. If I had gotten at least a shoes or that thing where you can... Yeah, that would be so awesome. Let's take a chance. It's probably going to be those 3 brothers. And I probably... Oh. This one can still hurt really, really bad. If I don't get the good cards, this one will hurt. Well, I will definitely start with that. I will do that one. I'll do that one. Let's do that one. Gets 2 fading. That should negate most of that damage. Yeah. Everything is going to hit on him. More I can put that. I'll heal him a little bit, and then short fuse. And again, see, I didn't get any of the empowerments. So if I don't get it here, I'm just gonna start doing damage. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, good. Oh, they're gonna attack him, so that's 3 plus 6, that's 9. So that's gonna be 8 on him. I'm not entirely sure if I want that. Although they're attacking him too. So damage and slash. See? Like that. Hyper beam. Let's hyper beam you. Damage stone stack. Oh man. Oh yeah. Come on, make it happen. Oh yes. Okay, don't have any money. Last chance. So let's see at least if I got a good perk. I didn't know you could sell it. A perk for 25 when you can get the barrier is 40? That's ridiculous. Arbalist, Monster Hunter. This is able to hit enemies in any zone if they are fixation. If they have fixation, dealing 4 additional damage. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, we like a challenge, and I'm half dead on some of my guys. Oh no! Biggest mistake in the world. I think I am done here. That one hurt so much. And my experience so far is that I haven't really been able to pull enough. Yeah, this is not gonna go well. He's gonna aim for him, and oh no. Let's start with that at least. And we're gonna do that one. Let's immediately try to find an attack. Yeah, this is not gonna go well. Nope. Oh no. I'm gonna get toasted here. So I can shoot at him. And then I can do that. I'm gonna lose so many hit points now. 22. He had an 18. Yeah, that's... Oh, good lord, that's not good. Let's try to do that. Let's for sure do that. Ah, that was so bad. That was so bad. This is... Now it's going to be even more. It's going to be like a 30 in damage. So if I don't get good damage on that guy, I'm a goner. Yeah, 38. Whoosh. 38. That means that last one has to be him. And I have to get so much more up here. No, I'm not going to waste it on that one. Can I please get... Oh, I don't can't. I can't. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna take a major hit here. Major hit. Well, at least he took some hits there. Oh yeah, hyper beam for sure. Oh yes. Come on, bring him down. This was an expensive victory. We're gonna have 2 cards. That one is pretty decent. That one adds something like 10 in damage and 20 in stagger or something like that. Yeah, that's the wrong one to pull. You know, all the things that you can pull, that's not it. That's not the one that you want. You just often do not have a chance. So that one is going to do 6 in damage in total. Let's get rid of that one first. We can certainly run up and try to knock that one out. wanna waste that one. That one is so worthless. And I'm gonna hammer him again. And now I'm gonna take tons of damage, and I don't. Nope. This is probably not it for me. I got far though. I can't say I didn't get far. I did get far. But this is not the time to draw really crappy cards. It really isn't. This is the time to get really good cards. And the fact that I'm getting these tragic cards, I can't even fire good. That one is gone or that one is gone when he fires. Yeah. One hit point. And I just healed up a bunch. So we are gonna hyper beam him. Yeah, that's another Pyrrhic victory. No. Nope. That was not worth doing another expedition over, especially since I am so hurt right now. The question is, can I... So I got 85 copper. Which is a nice chunk of copper. I can get that one. What a lousy pull. Oh well. Better than nothing for sure. Yeah, that was painful. So I have max cards. Yeah, I do. Okay, so we don't want to use it on that. This final battle is going to be interesting. Tar is so useless. No, it needs at least 40. That's it. Boss battle, and I'm going in with a mightily wounded guy. I don't even have anything to heal with. And I get the Mothman. Oh, Lord. This is going to be interesting. So interesting. But you know what? That was the challenge, right? No cheating. Just take the people that I can. Start with that one. Let's do that one. I don't have to worry about empowering him for splash damage. That's kind of pointless. But I can empower him for some additional damage. I can add a little bit. Start with it. I have lousy barriers. There are so many better barriers that you can get that add like to 10 points. There's one that can search you when upgraded is 20 points. Those barriers are fantastic. I have nothing. I don't even have the upgraded one from before. There's one way where you pay with barrier and they become this 6 barriers. So much better. I got nothing. At least he starts empowered, so that's okay. So tons of barriers there. Oh, Lord. Okay, hyper beam him. We are starting with a hyper beam. That's right. And we are definitely... what do I want to empower? I do want to empower that guy. For sure. Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. And... do we... Oh, we want to do that one. Yeah. Rapid Flurry. We're adding as much damage as we can. He's going to take a hit now, regardless. Okay, he went down. Good. So, we're going to want to hammer off at least 7 points there. One more point. And he's back. Now he's gonna do parasites on that guy. Yeah, we're doing those. Getting rid of that. Doing that. Some a little bit enfeeblement. A little bit of disruption. We're loading that guy up. We're shooting some signal flares. We are doing everything. He's gonna get hit. Oh, for sure. Get it. Do it. If I can get all of those off, that's gonna be sweet. Because there's gonna be another, I think, 4 cards or something like that. There's 10 in damage, 20 in stagger. Hit roll. They're all exerted. That sucks. Now would be a perfect to get that card that remove exertion from all of them. That would be sweet. But no. So we are going to empower you. And we're going to short fuse him. That removes the exertion. At least one exertion. Oh, he's going to hit me so hard. That dude is dead. Come on. Pull another one. Yes. Sweet. That's exactly what I wanted. He's going to have a 21 hit. He's going. Yeah, I'd rather take out a little bit of the damage. Yeah, he's gone. Come on. Start stacking. So, we want to use him. He's going to go. He's going to... I don't have the barriers to do anything about him. So, we are going to use everything that guy is possible. He's staggered. Perfect. We're going to do that. Yes! Thank you for your sacrifice for the Fly Lords. Because that was awesome. Now you have done yours. The parasite's gonna eat you. Sorry, buddy. But I don't have the barriers to keep you alive. But at least I started some fires, and he did the job of knocking out his 99 in armor. But now he's gonna at least start taking some decent damage. So I lost a dude. Oh, look at that fire damage. Oh, look at that fire damage. You are gone. Boom. And... boom. D5. Pick of the litter. And we're done. We did it. We did it. We only lost one guy. I got so lucky on those pulls. Oh, Lord. That was awesome. The sacrifice. 3208 is certainly, I think, a record for me as far as I understand it. I think 28 something was my last record on D5. And this was pick of the litter. Okay? Just to give you an idea. So I had that one that applies... anytime you apply fixation, you'll also get armor break. So that's a good one. So if you have the Arbalest guy, he can just keep on armor breaking on the fixation. So that's pretty good. That one gives you command banner. Now there is a tech that allows you to keep anything with charges. That one has 3 charges. So if I had that one, I don't remember engine something, but it allows you to keep it. So you could potentially just have that command banner and just keep on retaining it over and over and over. So at least you have 3 points that you can use at any time. That one is pretty good. Repetition engine, something like that. That one is okay. You recycle a card that has a favor cost to it, and the next card costs 1 less favor. And then that one is whenever you hit the weak point with a ranged weapon, and that I would assume that was with the can bombardier too, right? It added rupture. Rupture is a good way to just add additional damage. And then I had that one, which is powers the lanterns. You want to pull that one and you want to repair it as soon as possible. Not having to empower the lantern yourself just means that anytime you use a card with the lanterns that is the DPS card, or anytime you add up that barrier that makes you shoot, that would be able to do it. Also, if you empower the Fire Maiden, anytime I think it uses DPS, if my understanding is correct with the perk, it also spits out this this little thing that you can fire, which is a lantern car, and that one do like 5 in damage with some burning damage, but it also empower fire on every single one of your weapons. So that's one how, as you saw, I could just stack up fire really quick, and that was because I got those pivotal cards, those Ava cards. They were DPS cards, so they added fire damage to everything. And then you can just see how quickly you start stacking up fire damage. And as soon as you start doing that, then it just goes down so quick. Really getting those fires burning, that's really is the key. I didn't really have that many tech. I normally have a lot more tech than this. I just didn't pull the tech cards, and I didn't feel it was worthy. The fact that this guy survived with 2 hit points, that is pretty awesome. I am glad that I did build up 60 hit points on that guy. I figured since I didn't pull a really good tanky guy like the Knight or even the Overseer, I figured the best one was just to add as much hit points as possible to that dude, just so he could take a couple of hits. Because depending on the major boss in the end, it can be the one that just changes face all the time, and that one has a tendency of in one phase it just chews on you for 25 or so in damage every single turn. And the amount of few barriers that I had, no chance that I would survive it. Luckily, I get the Warlock. Even though the Warlock exerts you, and even though the Warlock can do a lot of nasty stuff, the fact that I got that card, which could make me remove all those exertion, that was really cute. And then I just started hammering. So, in the end, it worked out. That was a good fight. Now, that was a fight that was worth it. I went in thinking that I didn't have the barriers to do it, so I really had to get the DPS going. And I was playing the pick of the litter, so I really didn't kind of gimmick the game to give me the characters that I wanted, the units that I wanted. And in the end, in these cases, it's always better to have more DPS. Always. Because the more you can fire, the better. The less you rely on cards, the better. And as you can see, that is true. The Bombard being able to fire a couple of times with splash damage, the Arbalest being multi-shooting, every single turn in the auto attack phase, the more you can just smack off as far as DPS, especially with burning weapons, the more stacks, the faster you get them down. Arguably, the nukiest of them is the Wayfinder, because of the fact that it has a really decent nuke stuff, but it's so card dependent, because that's all their DPS. It doesn't have an auto attack. So if you don't get the cards, and if you're continuously having to use cards on, say, barriers and things of that nature, then the second thing you have to depend on is reliable auto attacks. And in this case, of course, the Vanguard is pretty lousy, just very low end auto attack. But the Bombard with a splash can negate mobs, and the Arbalest can be the one that just adds a little bit of that extra. So them together was really the key here to get those fire started, fire dotting. It looked grim for a while. I'm glad that I canceled that last expedition. I figured, no, I mean, there's no amount of resources worth taking the risk of losing a guy when you're so close to the major boss. So that's it. You have a great day. You have a fantastic life. I hope everything goes your way. I hope your weekend was awesome and the next one's going to be terrific. Dude, 4th of July. Enjoy it. I hope this is going to be the best one for you. And as I always say, until we meet again, adieu.